There's no way she could stay in office. This video is brought to you by The Officer Tatum Store. The Officer Tatum Store. Make sure you go into the store. Jesus is Lord shirt just came out. I'm still waiting on mine to come in. Discount code Jesus is Lord. Get 25% off the entire store. So make sure you go on to The Officer Tatum Store. Get your Jesus is Lord shirt before it sell out, because it's the hottest shirt that I've ever made. Anyway, let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, Maxine Waters, she stays in the news. She's in the news all the time. In my personal opinion, it's not for doing anything good. It's because she's a hack. She's a political hack. Now, we know that President Trump gave a speech on the 6th, and people will never stop talking about that. In the speech, he said that go over to the Capitol and peacefully protest. Obviously, that peaceful protest turned violent to a certain degree. Maxine Waters is not even holding her tongue. She's not even saying peaceful, nothing. She has called for violence I don't know how many times. And people are actually being injured and hurt because of the rhetoric that she's saying. At least if you're going to associate Trump's rhetoric of saying go over there and peacefully protest to somehow creating an insurrection, then there's no way that you can listen to this and think that she shouldn't be impeached. At basic minimum, she should be impeached. Listen to what she said, and I'm going to tell you what happened right after she said this. That's evidence that she incited violence and she should be impeached. And this is a shame. This is a disgrace to our country. These sorry mother... All right. Roll the film.
Been fighting for so many years for reform. And so
that tells you right there. You've been fighting for so many years for reform, and nothing has been done. That means you ain't doing your job. You are not a real politician. These people are evil. All right, let me keep.
Yes, I would like to see the bill in Congress pass on police reform, but I know that the right wing, the racists.
Right wing and racist. So what she's saying is that the Republicans in Congress are not going to do anything about it, or the Republicans in the Senate are not going to do anything about it because they're racist. This is how you paint a whole swath of people, and you wonder why we all divided and people already are at each other's throat. Because of people like this that cannot disagree fundamentally, they got to say these people are racist. I want to cuss. I want to cuss.
Opposed to it, and I don't know what's going to happen to it, but I know this: we've got to stay in the street, and we've got to demand justice.
Stay in the street, demand justice. I'm gonna fast forward to the part where she get real crazy.
Fight all of the effort.
Let me get to the part where she get real stupid. All right, just roll the film.
Talking. I want you to stop meeting. I want you to stop gathering. I don't agree with that.
Are you going to stay out here?
No, I'm not going to stay out here. I came here from Washington just to be here to make sure that I let my voice be heard among all of those who have been putting so much time on the street. And so I'm hopeful that the street and
so you're not going to be there in the drama hit. You're just showing up for a photo op. That's pretty much what you're saying. Now, she talking about the violence here. Let me play it.
What should protesters on the street do?
I didn't hear you.
What happens?
What should protesters do?
Well, we got to stay on the street, and we've got to get more active. We've got to get more confrontational. We've got to make sure that they know that we mean business.
What do you think about this current?
I don't know what else needs to be said. We got to be more confrontational. We need to get in these people's face. All this stuff she's talking about. And then what happens? Get confrontational. We need to get in there. I'm not going to be here. I came here from California. I'm just coming here to rile up y'all and get y'all fired up and let you be crazy. And I'm going to go back to my mansion. But y'all need to step up and start staying in the streets and be more confrontational. Okay, when she says that, you should be more confrontational, people believed her. And she don't even live in Minneapolis, but she's there. People believed her. And what do you know? Hours after Maxine Waters calls for more confrontation, Minnesota National Guard targeted by drive-by shooting. You go down and you read through the article, is that in the wee hours of the morning, at around 4 a.m., some fool decided to open fire on National Guard, on Minneapolis at National Guard, or Minnesota's a Minneapolis National Guard. They decide to open fire on them. And you tell me that this is not a direct correlation with what she said. And I'll read it specifically. The shooting occurred at 4:19 a.m. as a light-colored SUV fired several shots at the Operation Safety Net security team providing neighborhood security. No team members were seriously injured. 2 National Guard members did sustain minor injuries from the incident. 1 guardsman sustained an injury from shattered glass requiring additional care and was taken to the local hospital to receive treatment for injuries sustained. Thank God nobody died. But it's because of the rhetoric like this that people are doing this. Tell me how there was no drive-by violence that occurred until Maxine Waters came into a city that she don't even live in to tell people what I just showed you. And now at 4 a.m., hours after she says this, they doing a drive-by shooting on a National Guard. National Guard aren't even the police officers. You're protesting the police, but you're shooting at the National Guard. And Maxine Waters ain't got nothing gonna happen to her. Nothing. Now we got people in the House that are trying to fight against it, that want to censure her, which is pointless. She needs to be impeached. She's inciting violence as a political figure. She's inciting violence, and people are becoming violent. Donald Trump was impeached, and he said, go and peacefully protest. They claim they can read between the lines, and what he really meant was this, and that. Although 99% of the people were peacefully protesting, somehow it was Donald Trump's fault. But Maxine Waters can come out and say we need to be more confrontational. They already out there burning stuff and looting. She said you need to be more confrontational. What's the escalation of more confrontation? It's for you to start shooting them now. But but they're going to let her skate. They're going to let her skate. All these people doing the same thing. And let me tell you this, Maxine Waters is a dirty dog. But there ain't no Republicans that's running against her that's any better. Joe Collins, they had him on Fox News, which I don't understand why they had Joe Collins on Fox News. Joe Collins ain't no better. You talk about rhetoric, you talk about anti-police rhetoric. Joe Collins is saying the same thing. Joe Collins is out there protesting and rioting when George Floyd died. He went out there anti-police rhetoric. He out in Crenshaw, South Central, talking about banning the police. I got the evidence. I got the evidence. I got to get it on. My wife had it, and then they banned her account. I may save that for another video. All you got to do is go to my YouTube channel. It was on a story. Let's see if the story is still there. So Joe Collins' rival, Omar Navarro, exposed him here because they're at a BLM rally. I'm going to play a little bit of the audio so you can hear, so you know I'm not making this up. That's Joe Collins' voice. And y'all already know Major Williams is a fraud. Let's keep fast forwarding. That's these fools right here at the rally. They're at the BLM rally. These fools right here. BLM rally. Fraud number 2. Let's keep going. They here, out here in the middle of all this stuff. Got them talking.
25,000 people.
So y'all know, y'all can go look at this Omar Navarro, which I don't, I'm not a big fan of Omar Navarro either. But however, he's exposing Joe Collins. So Joe Collins ain't no better than she is. Joe Collins is out here. All you got to do, and Omar Navarro is exposing him obviously because it's his rival. They out here talking anti-police, the same thing that Maxine Waters is talking about. So I don't want to hear nothing about Joe Collins is the key to Maxine and Joe Collins are cut from the same cloth. They cut from the same cloth. And I don't know how y'all voting for that fool. $10 million raise, he wasn't even close to the winning. Dude's a fraud, complete fraud. He's a complete fraud. I'm going to make a video about how fraudulent Joe Collins is. But right now I'm talking about Maxine Waters. I just want to throw that little hint in there. I'll show you the proof. My wife exposed him a long time ago, but it's time that y'all wake up to this stuff. But anyway, Maxine Waters, and you know what? I want some more Joe Collins. I want some more Joe Collins. We get some more Joe Collins. And your boy exposed him again. I just want to play a little bit just so y'all can see. Omar Navarro.
Parties in the first 2 years, 5 different times.
Switch parties 5 different times. And this is not just Omar Navarro. This stuff is public record that my wife showed me that I read. He just put it in a video and made it nice and sweet.
He ran for president in 2020 under the Green Party while Donald Trump was running for re-election, of
Fraud.
course. So he was thinking he was better than our president. And yet he do say,
Keep going.
you're a Republican, you're the guy that's going to place. I marry women and then have kids. And by the way, I don't spend $750,000 on fundraising and then spend $150,000 staying on lavish stays at the Ritz-Carlton and flights, and then pay another $250,000 to a consultant and spend only $3,000 on voter outreach. That was a disgusting thing from one of my opponents.
All right. I mean, y'all don't believe me. Go look up the FEC and see if this man is telling the truth. Now, I know he got his problem. He went to jail. So I don't care about the messenger. What is the message saying? Joe Collins is a fraud. I'm going to make a whole video about Joe Collins. I just had to throw it in there for y'all who care. Because I know people like, well, Joe Collins did. Nah, look at him. Look how he spent his money. My wife got the whole tea. I'm going to bring home. We're going to do a side-by-side interview on how fraudulent Joe Collins is. Anyway, Maxine Waters incited violence. She should go to prison. She should be in jail, in my personal opinion. She's done this plenty of times. At minimum, she should be impeached. She should be impeached. There's no way you can be in public office and you make a statement like that and somebody go and do a drive-by shooting and you're not responsible. Give me a mother-freaking break. Maxine Waters should be in trouble for this. I'm sick of these Democrats doing this stuff. They're evil. They're hateful. They get away with this stuff. They get away with bloody murder all the freaking time. And hey, I ain't here to tell you how to think. You seen it for yourself. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Go on to the Officer Tatum store. Remember, Jesus is Lord. That shirt just came out. Go on there and get the shirt. I love y'all. See you on the next one. I'm out.